Welcome back. We've seen Chelsea win tonight's fourth-round tie at Stamford Bridge. Now to the fourth-round replay involving Leicester and Arsenal, one of whom they'll meet in round 5. Commentary at Filbert Street comes from Ron Atkinson and Peter Drury.
Depth of resource, depth of character. Each is traditionally tested on Cup replay night in the depths of winter. And again, Martin O'Neill, short of players, must compensate with pluck as he prefaces yet one more match with a lengthy list of absentees. No Cottee, is it? Walsh, Impey, Marshall, Lennon or Sinclair. That list has barely shrunk for a month, but it has varied. So Steve Guppy starts for the first time post-Christmas. Tim Flowers is back in goal. Only 4 of those 11 started the original tie in the same position. Darren Eadie, harshly sent off as wing-back then, starts in midfield now. For Arsenal, Gilles Grimandi has recovered from Saturday's flu. He scored on this ground last month. Oleg Luzhny gives way, and Stefan Maltz is in for Freddie Ljungberg. He at the weekend joined Adams, Overmars, Bergkamp, Upson and Kanu as an Arsenal unavailable. Mike Riley's the boss again. With luck, there'll be a little less card activity than at Highbury. So Leicester have still never beaten Arsenal in an FA Cup tie. Given all their handicaps, Ron, do you think they can tonight?
Anything is possible with Leicester, but they're going to have to play very, very well to beat an Arsenal team that probably see the FA Cup as their best chance.
It's Guppy sliding in Eadie early in the game. Keown away from the near post as Leicester raid with menace. Away as far as Suka, and even Henry with all his pace was a rank outsider to get there before Flowers. Eadie got up well there. Heskey on the end of it. Good Lawson. Awkward for Salvinio, but the Brazilian got himself out of a tight spot. Parla. Dixon overlapping wide of him. Petit, the simpler ball just inside. Simpler at least in theory. Zagorakis was quickly onto it. Eadie square. Good Lawson on mark. Eadie through the middle. Darren Eadie for Leicester! What a good move. And how close to a first goal for a new club. Zagorakis at the heart of it.
Superb break this from Leicester. Misplaced pass by Arsenal. Good break by Zagorakis. Leaves him for dead there, then slots a lovely through ball for Eadie, and you think then he's going to just slot it in the far corner. Unfortunately, can't quite tuck it inside the post.
No goal for Darren Eadie since he scored for Norwich against Crewe in September.
I mean, he did a great job, Eadie, against him when he played full-back in the first match. But I think that's a position that'll suit him.
Henry, good open start to the cup side. Missed out Suker, hit by Parla. There's another man who could do with a goal, who has been absent for quite a while.
Yeah, turns inside, little slip, manages to retain possession, misses it again. Fires leaning back, Parla. Not going to trouble the keeper, but a good bright start.
Maltz, all will turn. There's Dixon. Parla wide of it. Parla with a chance maybe to deliver, to run at Gilchrist. And to hit it early, it's come to Suka! Really clear-cut chance. And his first little sided goal.
I mean, he does very well here, Parla. He knows he can't just toss it in there, he's had to throw it, drive it in low. And that's a first-class chance. You might say it's not on his favoured foot, but Suka's a good enough player to tuck that away.
Keown with terrific awareness there. Grimandi for Vieira. Henry trying to hold it up. It's getting feisty now in the middle third. Wide from Parla. Dixon can keep this in. Petit. Oh, it's come to Henry. And Maltz. And Savage with the scurrying, sliding save.
Probably the first mistake Taggart's made all match, that, you know, he tries to get in front of Henry, misses out. And it's a pity Henry couldn't quite get it from under his feet and has the legs for Maltz to shoot from a wider angle.
More than 2.5 hours into the tie now, still no goal. Henry. Got a touch off Keogh. Oh. And Flowers was hurrying and scurrying across. And though Keogh did get a touch, evidently his, in the referee's view at least, wasn't the last one, because he's awarded another corner.
Not too sure the Flowers didn't get a little fingertip on just to make sure at the end there, you know.
Petit have flighted in, and Flowers has come and punched, and Maltz here. Just didn't come down for it. In by Parler. Vieira! Taggart away! And the referee has seen a push. Well, the first inclination was to have a look at the linesman on the far side and see whether he thought the ball had dropped in.
There's the push.
And the ball didn't cross the line anyway. Gunlautz is the only runner. It was sufficient to turn Keogh back to square one. Hughes. Played it against Savage, and one Arsenal corner did Silvino. And it's an indication of the way things are going just now, that Heskey is being seen as much around his own penalty area as that of Arsenal. And Guppy, who's only just returned to match fitness, is clearly not going to be required to play all of 90 minutes, and his replacement is Graham Fenton, who got full marks from his manager for performing really well against Chelsea at the weekend.
I think he'll probably slot into the position behind the front players.
Oh, the corner's come all the way across now to Keogh. Oh, what a save! That is a fantastic save from Tim Flowers. Absolutely brilliant, because Keogh caught that full on.
This would have been Keogh's best ever goal, a great volley and a great save.
Henry's corner. Hughes barged off it. And back into the melting pot and beyond. But that save from Tim Flowers was world-class.
Magnificent. Couldn't have seen it too late, crouching. He couldn't have hit it much better there. Bounced. He's hit it on the full, and it's a great strike. A save to match.
Petit, Vieira, Henry, Vieira. Space for Hughes. Suka! Oh! He claims handball, but he does so only as a mask to cover what seemed an impossible miss. Now, did Gilchrist handle? That's the first question. And the second, more straightforward, should Suka have scored anyway?
He certainly handled. He certainly handled.
Silvino. Vieira. Silvino for Arsenal! Oh, what a save from Suka by Flowers! That maybe was even better than the first. That is fantastic.
This is a brilliant move, a great steady ball. Silvino, very aware, a good first-time shot from Suka, and a superb save. He can't believe that. He's missed two right sitters. He's hit a curler there from a great move, and the keeper has done himself. He may well, I was nearly going to say he's done his England chances no harm. Who knows?
Brilliant. Well, it wasn't that long ago. Henry's corner. Out by Elliott, but not all the way. Grimaldi back in. Oh, hey, this is harum-scarum circus stuff, and it's Elliott over the bar.
Yeah, a little flick on Grimaldi, little nice first touch, sees nothing, just managed to flick it in. nearly did the job for him. He'll say he nominated the header over the bar.
Petit's corner. Vieira won it. Came out to Dixon, now Leicester's chance to break. Oakes on the ball. Laudson can't impart any real pressure on Salvino, and Seaman's got it away. Vieira. He's shaken off Zagorakis, and the referee has let it go. Arsenal have a man over. That man is Petit. Vieira! And again! And Suka! Off the line by Savage! Well, Flowers is brilliant, and Savage is a superhero.
Well, it's incredible. I mean, the referee's allowed him to throw Zagorakis to the ground. A great thready ball. Petit puts it back in the zone. You think Vieira's going to score. Fine save, nearly scores again. Great block. Now you think he must score. Save, block, head. Great stuff. Petit's up. Vieira gets it down. Second reaction.
Fantastic. Suka, Henry. Sheer weight of numbers work for Leicester at the back. Pesky. Elliott. Pesky. A side at goal. Emil Heskey! That's a good save too. That's England's number one, denying England's potential number 9.
It's laid into his path there by the big skipper. And he's another steep angle, and he just does enough to keep him out there. He's got it all on from there as Heskey, but I think it's the power more than anything that startles the England keeper, Seaman.
Well, there were no other notable incidents in extra time. It finished 0-0, but as we return for the penalty shootout, injured Leicester goalkeeper Tim Flowers had been replaced by Peggy Arfexad.
Leicester's third penalty shootout of the season, and for the third time, Arne Laudson will take the first kick. He scored against Leeds, he scored last week against Fulham, and he scored against David Seaman. Leicester lead.
Yeah, he hasn't had much of a night, but he certainly took that one away.
Martin O'Neill, Gary Parker behind him, who took a fair penalty himself in his day. Now Davor Suka. When Arsenal went out of the Worthington Cup at Middlesbrough, he was their only scorer. 7 days ago, Peggy Arfexad saved from Jeff Horsfield at Fulham. Good penalty.
Yeah, it's tucked that one away nice and tidy. He's had 3 easier chances in the night than that, which wouldn't have meant penalties.
Robbie Savage, whose clearance off the line was acrobatic beyond the call of duty. David Seaman's pulled off one great save in the 120 minutes. Savage scored one last week for Martin O'Neill. And does so again. He's such a pumped-up player. He loves it. He loves it.
Would have been cruel if he'd missed tonight. He's worked his socks off. He's made great interventions in his own penalty box, including one off the line.
Two years ago, when Arsenal won the cup, they won 2 penalty shootouts en route on opponents' grounds. Dixon was part of all that. He's missed here tonight. Arfexad is halfway to heroism again. Advantage Leicester City.
Yeah, it's a poor penalty. Struck with the inside of his foot near the keeper.
Graham Fenton was sent on specifically to take a spot kick against Fulham. just not missing. Practices helping make perfect. Stephen Hughes scored for Arsenal in a quarter-final shootout at West Ham 2 seasons back.
This is a massive one. This is massive. He really has got to score from Arsenal's point of view.
He has scored.
Beauty.
Now this is a massive one, and Arsene Wenger knows it. It's big Matty Elliott. And if he scores, then the next man up for Arsenal must score too. On the brink. The cup tie is on the brink. The last 16 waiting. Leicester haven't beaten a top-flight side for the best part of 2 decades in the FA Cup. Ray Parlour. Just about squeaked in. It was down to his right that our Fexad saved from Horsfield last week.
Oh, that's a good chunk. Keeper's gone after it.
To win the cup tie, Stephen Oakes has never scored a goal for Leicester City. A Leicester boy. And Seaman saves. Oh, you feel for him.
Look tentative.
That was a must-save penalty for David Seaman.
He's hit it very tentative, and as you say, there was probably too much pressure on him. A lad that hasn't scored, local boy. But the game's still open. Much sympathy for young Stephen Oakes. Pressure still on Thierry Henry, who must score to take it to sudden death. If our Fexad saves now, Leicester are through. One of Arsenal's men of the moment. 4-4. Very nice and calm, that wasn't it? Took him very well, actually.
A jig of delight from Arsene Wenger.
I think he's going out to nominate who's going on sudden death.
We're down to the guys who weren't part of the first 5 picked. It's Stuart Campbell, substitute. He's never scored for Leicester City. He's got a big one now. And he receives the acclaim of his manager, who lives life on a knife edge. Patrick Vieira. His only goal in the FA Cup was rubbed out last season in the Sheffield United shenanigans. The pressure is always felt by the side kicking second. That is Arsenal. This is a World Cup winner. He scored in the quarter-final 2 years ago at West Ham. From the spot, in a shootout. Must do so now. Vieira! Fiercely struck, and so precisely too. And that's what the FA Cup still means. 5-5.
Yeah, he's certainly smashed that one. What has surprised me is the Petit, who takes all the free kicks and everything. He's track-suited up and looks almost as if he's going to be well down the list of kickers.
Emile Heskey, centre forward, short of goals. Still knows where the net is. Uncomplicated, straight down the middle, safe. Jules Primondi has been a giant. Arsene Wenger could have asked no more of him. face of the Arsenal manager drained of colour. Rimondi wouldn't have expected to be asked forward. It's a time for prayer. Competitions, 2 penalty shootouts, 2 wins, 2 massive celebrations. Leicester into the last 16. They've had 2 goalkeeping heroes in the same night. Our Fixad finished what Flowers had started, and Leicester triumph again. 6-5 on penalties after 3.5 goalless hours.
Martin, your team is just sensational. Your squad is depleted and you keep on getting unbelievable results.
It's incredible, Gary. We were just running an empty at the end. The last period of extra time, we were just running an empty. You know, boys running into blind corners, not knowing. But it's a magnificent effort, honestly, absolutely fantastic.
I think the spirit of this club is second to none, obviously. Nobody gives a chance at Highbury. Going into the game with a depleted squad, but we've grinded out a result there. Obviously, to bring it back here was a fantastic achievement, and for them to take it for 120 minutes and not concede a goal was brilliant. And we always fancy yourself on penalties. Obviously, David Seaman on goal. I used to watch him on the telly when I was a kid. And he used to pull off some great penalty saves, and he looks massive in that goal. So for us to score, I think 7 or 8 past him was fantastic.
We should have won that game, and Leicester just defended and waited for the penalties, and we couldn't create enough chances. That's why we're punished in the end on the penalties. You know, when you go to penalties, it can go both ways, and unfortunately, tonight it was not our night.
Gary Newbon with the questions. Ali, Leicester's spirit, it's unmatchable, isn't it?
They're unbelievable, Bob. I mean, in cup competitions, you wouldn't back him to beat them. Last week we saw it against Fulham, and tonight it was just incredible.
Same scenario
Same
against
scenario.
Fulham, wasn't it?
I thought Arsene Wenger was a little bit harsh on Leicester there. I thought the first half they played very well and were definitely the better team. I think the cup tie only developed maybe the last 20 minutes of the match, and of course extra time. But you couldn't grudge Leicester that result.
Emil Heskey was really their man, wasn't he? Throughout the game, he was the threat to Arsenal throughout it.
I thought he played superbly well. Him and Keown were having a great battle. It was terrific. Here you see the two of them tussling with each other. He only had one thought in his mind there, that's to have a strike at goal. And I think it's a comfortable save, but this is a good strike. This is a great effort with his left foot. Elliott puts him in, great strike, and it's a good save. You'd be disappointed if the England goalkeeper lost a goal there with the angle he was at. Having said that, it's a good strike.
Yeah. Arsene Wenger, I think probably his disappointment is that Arsenal had so many chances and they would either save brilliantly, and Davor Suker they fell to, didn't they?
Oh, they better take his football laces away from it, I'd say.